would you like to get away and not have to go very far, yet have a wonderful staycation? We will tell you how with the folks from River Maze.
And we'll check in with Hill & Hill Financial in today's local business spotlight, how to keep yourself and your finances safe.
And backed by popular demand, Stuart James and Marcia Yesick, leaders in the Democratic and Republican parties respectively, talking more about the vice presidential candidates as we are just a few days away from Election Day 2020. All of that and more coming up this half hour on Let's Chat.
Welcome to Let's Chat, the Tennessee Valley's premier show focusing on lifestyle and entertainment with Jess Raby and Chip Chapman, bringing you smart shopping tips, community events, and the newest trends. Now, let's chat.
Well, here we go. It is, gosh, what day is this?
It's
Thursday. It's been
Yes.
a whirlwind of a day so far. What kind of rain did you get at your house last night?
Lots of rain.
Yeah.
I did not have any issues driving in, no standing water, but I did see signs where some exits had some, and of course lots of schools starting late today as well too.
Yeah, and some are even closed because of the heavier rain we had earlier this morning. When I drove in, it was coming down by the bucket. I mean, really, really hard driving rain. So if you haven't left the house yet, you don't need to. You might as well spend the next half hour with us and stay off of the roadways.
That's right.
You have a couple of folks to introduce us to, correct?
I do. Joining us for the top of the show this morning is Joe and Diane Fetzer. Of course, we talked about the River Maze a little bit earlier in the week and a little bit yesterday. So we're going to hear firsthand from the people who make it happen every year. Good morning, Joe and Diane. Can you hear us?
Good.
We can. Good morning, Jess and Chip.
Good morning, Diane. I understand you have Joe along with you there. Is that correct?
Certainly do.
All right. Tell us exactly what the River Maze is.
The River Maze is corn maze, but it's also right beside the Ocoee River, has river walk. We even have sunflowers still blooming beside a large pumpkin patch with about 20 varieties. Diane has fabricated all kinds of different mazes, from hay bale maze to other things. Just have a lot of activities to do.
And that's what I love about you guys. I was telling Chip that my Hunter and I took Anna Kate there just the other weekend, and like you said, you have like 5 different mazes and multiple family attractions to where you can really have fun for the entire day.
That's exactly right. There's plenty of things to do. You can even go down to the where the mules and wagons used to cross the river, the old Copper Road, went from Ducktown to Cleveland. Get to experience that historic thing and actually seeing it. There's so many animals we have, just a lot of things to do.
And that is such a beautiful part of the Tennessee Valley area, all throughout the Benton, Ocoee, Polk County area, especially up in Benton. I've spent many, many happy times up there. Now, you've got 5 different mazes, right? How do you have 5 different mazes and still keep them all fun and challenging?
That's a good question, Chip. But the most challenging one, of course, is the corn maze, and it is about 10 times bigger than any of the others. The others are mini mazes. But right beside the corn maze, we have our soybean maze, which is our Trek Through Truth maze this year. And it has 6 interactive Bible stories in it. As a matter of fact, you sing songs as you go through and clap your hands and so on. But so it's interesting. I just went through it the other day and checked everything. And then the No Left Turn maze is a hay bale maze, and it's small, but I did have some people come up to me after they attempted to do it and say, "That's impossible, isn't it?" I said, "No, it's not." And I showed them how to do it, and they went back and made it all the way through. And then we have the Spookly maze, which is for smaller kids. It's a circular maze, and it's made of pool noodles, and you find your way into the center where we have a giant Spookly, and so that's a bit of a challenge, but not for the little ones that go under the noodles and get the Spookly. And so then there's one more. It's the color maze. It's actually, we call it the American maze this year, which is you step through the colors red, white, and blue in that order until you exit the maze. So even though they're little, I think they're still challenging.
And they are. Now, the color maze and the no left turn maze, I did not even try to attempt those because I knew I couldn't figure it out. No, unfortunately, we are coming up on the last weekend of operation for your 2020 season. What do we need to know about this weekend and Halloween?
Well, we have decided as a staff that we're going to supply candy to our guests at different stations this Saturday. And I've been thinking of dress a scarecrow, that we could have our customers have a contest to see who can dress a scarecrow in the most, creative
unique way. The creative way. Well, I'll tell you what, I think Jess would win that hands down because her closet, from what I've heard, is like roughly the size of your biggest maze. Color, size is something for everyone, so don't be surprised to see Jess, Hunter, and Anna Kate showing up at the River Maze this weekend on Highway 64 in Benton.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, you are open through November 1st. You can purchase tickets online by visiting therivermaze.com, or you can always purchase your passes when you arrive on site. Joe and Diane, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jess.
It looks like a lot of fun. Therivermaze.com, the website again. Hill & Hill Financial on the way this half hour, and we'll be talking about the vice presidency. That is coming up as we are less than 1 week away from Election Day. You are less than 2 minutes away from the return of Let's Chat.